Hello there. Welcome to Solly's vlog, and we're back again with another episode. I learn more things like camera angles and lighting. It's always the fun part. I want to talk a little bit about my opening set at the Patron Saint. Did that on March 3rd. Got lots of good photos, and you'll see those here in just a moment. I thought the set went very well. Opening sets are very important to me, and the reason why I say they're very important is because just in my angle here, you notice in the background, this is from my mom's old apartment. It says nothing happens unless we first dream. So I always have that hanging up in my room as a little bit of motivation. Back to my set. I enjoyed it. A lot of the songs were very meaningful, and I'm going to put a list in the description box below and let you guys kind of take a listen to some of the songs or what the name of the songs were. They say track IDs. A lot of stuff I'm still new to, but I'm very familiar with. But I'll put together like a Spotify playlist as well. The way the artists are getting their money from streams, because it's all about the artists. Notice my shirt says keep indie, which is very important. Really big on small business, especially here in Indianapolis. The last couple of years that everyone has been through in the nightclub industry especially. But I enjoyed Proper. It was cool to play at an open club again after the last 2 years, let me tell you. And it was cool to do a house set. I love house music, obviously. Been mixing for about the last 5 or 6 years. House music kind of comes very natural. The transitions are very fluid, and people like it. Like it's sexy. It's very, it gets people going.
But it's provocative.
It's definitely a very nice touch to things. So I wanted to pick something that people could vibe to very well, not necessarily blow people's ears off at like 9:45. There's not a reason for that, in my opinion. I hopefully will be back at Proper in the next couple of weeks or months. But I really enjoyed myself, and it was nice to listen to the other DJs after I went off. Like I said, house music is something that I enjoy putting together, as we'll kind of talk a little bit here in just a moment about the electronic series that I do weekly, or I should say I have scheduled weekly. I haven't put out a few episodes in a while, but there's Solly's Proper House, Into the Technoverse, which is a Spider-Man reference. Probably just gonna call it Technoverse because I feel like techno has its own universe, and I feel like it should be represented correctly in many regards. And you have Transcension, an event that I did at the Patron Saint 2 years ago before the pandemic started. Now is a weekly mix show. These will all be available on Apple Podcast and Podomatic. I'm still working on my Mixcloud library. I'm going to have something exclusive for some of my select subscribers and people who are just new to my channel. The main thing that I want to keep doing is I want to keep putting sets together. I think when you put sets together of different genres, kind of organize your crates in your digital library, I think it's a lot easier to make things happen. So after doing a 90-minute set at the Saint, I played 21 songs. I was kind of aiming for 24, but I let my transitions go out a little bit as I kind of just got used to the booth monitors. And booth monitors, if you're not used to them, make sure you get your levels and everything right. I'm really thinking about switching to in-ear monitors. I've heard a lot of good reviews on them. Shout out to Jerry Harvey Audio. They're not paying me, but I think that's what I'm going with my in-ear monitors. They make a big difference when you're blending sets. Sometimes there's a little bit of a delay between the actual speakers and the booth monitors, but the booth monitors are the signal that's going out. And that's kind of what you use your ears to kind of mix. So it took a while to get used to that, but I enjoyed the set. The staff enjoyed the set. The customers enjoyed the set. That's the main thing that I was really very happy with. Like I say, it gave me a really good idea of kind of how I want to do some of my electronic mix shows. I'm probably going to go from doing 60-minute shows or 70-minute shows into 90 minutes. I think if you prep a 90-minute set every week, just kind of for fun, if you're asked to play somewhere or you have an opportunity to play in an event, it's not hard to think about 40 or 50 songs to put together for a 2-hour set. As I mentioned in my last vlog, you play at some nightclubs, Q Nightclub, Envy, Soundbar, Spy Bar, you might be doing a 2 or 3 hour set. It's not very many songs. compared to my 11-hour shifts at Dancers, which I like those because that gives me enough time to kind of put things together. And I just take the entire day and look at it in intervals. But I at least have a good idea of how I want to put together future sets of Solly's Proper House, Technoverse, and Transcension. And I'm actually going to do a separate vlog on all of those and talk about some of my other mix show series that will be coming weekly in April. I've kind of been behind on content, but I've been kind of lining things up, learning more about video, lighting, things like that. All these things matter when you're a content creator, and I'm still new to it. So there's a lot of things to learn, but I want to get comfortable in front of the camera, obviously. Got my wristband on from last night. I went to Envy to go see Sickick, and that has to be a vlog. Like the pictures and video I got, yeah, you'll enjoy it. Trust me. It's fun to watch DJs perform again. I will tell you that. After people didn't know for sure whether or not they were coming back to the club, just any different way. It was, like I said, it was really good to see DJs play the last couple of months. And I'm going to do some back vlogs on those. Actually, I'm going to talk about my summer and fall recap. Went a couple places last summer. I like going to see other DJs because I hear a lot of things that I play in some of my sets that I post online, and it just makes me feel like I'm right where I should be music wise. It's kind of nice. But like I said, I enjoyed Proper at the Saint. It was fun. I like those opening sets because you get a chance to set the tone for the evening. You know, it's cool to play maybe a 10:30 slot or a midnight slot or even the closing slot, but I feel like it's a very intimate experience when you do opening set anywhere, any venue. You're setting the tone. It's not about playing the bangers at 9:30, but keeping people's interest. And with my experience from the gentlemen's clubs that I've worked at the last 16 years, when I've worked day shift, I've kind of had to learn how to be the opener because you are in fact the opener. You're the opening DJ. So when you have 7 or 8 hours that you're working a day shift, you have time to plan. So when I do a 90-minute set years later, I understand how I want to build the set, where I want the energy to go, what songs will actually get people's attention and get them in a good mood, and then leave something for the next DJs that go on after me. You know, I think music is very energy conscious, especially electronic music. It affects people's moods in a very good way. Like I said, I enjoyed Proper. I hope to be back. The videos you will appreciate if you haven't seen some already through this vlog today, but you will appreciate the other videos that I have. And I'll be actually putting that set up sometime in April. Look for that on Mixcloud or either Podomatic, but I will definitely leave a link when I do that. But we're going to dive into the next couple of episodes. We're going to dive into all of my mix shows. I want to kind of explain to people what shows I do and why I do them, where they can find them at. My goal is to put out content every single day. So that's what the goal is, and that's what we'll be. Be sure to click like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is Solly's Vlog.